Yeah, we're just going to do a couple more and get out of here. We're going to take it down a little bit. But again, thank you all for coming. Before we do these last two, I want to take a quick minute and say a word about the guys that are up here with me. These guys are all brothers, they're all friends, family really, and I feel so privileged to not only be up here on stage with them, but to spend time off stage as well. I mean, it really, when we go out on these solo tours, the camaraderie is just so tangible and so, it's such an important part of what we do. Also, I think, you know, there's a kind of a singularity of vision, of intent that we arrive at. We all are wanting the same outcome musically, and that's very important. And I think beyond that, the thing that I love so much about being here with these guys is that there is a total lack of politics. And, you know, obviously that's something that I've dealt with for many years in other situations. But I'm privileged to be up here with them. I'm going to start with this gentleman over here. This guy is just a superb guitarist, singer, and beyond that, you know, he's a friend. He's someone I've worked with for close to 30 years now. I don't know how that happened, but you know, it's amazing. He brings so much to this situation in terms of his integrity, in terms of his vision, in terms of his sense of you know, just making sure that we flesh everything out properly in terms of the choices we make, and it's a privilege to work with him. This is Mr. Neil Haywood. Gentleman back here on the drums. I mean, I like to think that I've, you know, worked with a couple of decent drummers. And certainly in the context of solo endeavors, we've worked with some great people, but this guy tops them all. He brings so much knowledge, so much musicality to the situation, and to be honest, he is the glue that holds this whole thing together. Have really only been working with him for 3 or 4 years now, but you know, it's a privilege, and we hope he stays around for a good long time. He is Mr. Jimmy Paxson! This gentleman lurking in the back here, he plays keyboards, he sings, he also is quite instrumental in the sense that he records samples and plays those as well. But I have to admit that he's kind of way in the back, and there are, you know, times where I'm not quite sure what he's doing back there. You heard that, right? He says he's binge watching the 90 Day Fiancé. So I don't know. That causes me pain. But whatever it takes, you know, we all have to get through these situations in our own way. We love him to death. He is Mr. Michael Kiyanka. I don't know. This guy here, lastly, you know him, you love him. I've been working with this guy almost as long as I have with Neil, and he is Mr. Versatility, without a doubt. He plays great keyboards, guitar, bass, he sings, and he also brings a great deal of wisdom and insight to the creative process, and there's no way that we could have ever done this without him, nor could we contemplate doing it in the future. We love him to death. He is Mr. Brett Tuggle! And of course, lastly, the last part of the equation is you guys. What can I say? Like I said, we're going to do a couple more and get out of here, but thank you all for coming. You guys were an absolute pleasure to spend the evening with tonight. Thank you.